in a corporate job, doing fairly well. I was earning a fair amount of money. Uh, I had a large team. I had a lot of respect. I would go to office and people would love me and appreciate me. I would come back home. I had two great children. I have two great children. I have a fantastic family. My parents, my father is here. Uh, but then I was questioning myself, what is it? What does it really mean? I mean, I'm 40 years old. I probably lived half of my life, and the other half would also go away like this. I mean, there's got to be more to life than what I'm doing today, right? And then I challenged myself. I said, okay, now 40 years have gone by. I have dreamt a lot. I wanted to do a lot of things. I haven't done those things. Now let me make a difference to myself. And I decided every year of my life from this point onwards, I'll do something big, something that'll completely shift the pivot of my life from where it was to where I wanted it to be. So in my 41st year, right after my 40th birthday, I took a few days off. I rented a car. I went into the hills. We're very cliched, pahadon mein jaake kuch sochna and all that. So I thought I'll not come back unless I have the plot of the book that I've been wanting to write for the last 15 years. Right? Most of you know that I wrote a book. But I'd been wanting to write that book since I was like 23, 24 years old. I'd been scribbling here and there, and a lot of people used to tell me that, Abhinav, you could write a book, you're really good at this. But then I thought I can't, because it requires so much. I mean, I don't have the skill to do it. I don't have the discipline, the perseverance. I don't have the ideas. Maybe I can write a blog, a short story, or share some of my thoughts. But I can't really write a book. But then in March of 2016, I thought this has got to be the year. Because I determined that every year of my life, I'll make it count. Every year has to be a big breakthrough year for me. So I went to the hills. I spent 3 or 4 days. Fortunately, I had the breakthrough idea about my book. I came back, and within 3 months, I finished writing my book. Started in April. By July or August, I'd finished writing my book. In January of 2017, my book got published. That long-held desire of being a published author came true. And that was a tremendous breakthrough for me. The book wasn't a huge commercial success, but that doesn't matter. What matters is really, could I do something which I truly, truly wanted to do for myself? Something that will define me when I get old or even beyond that. Would my kids be proud of me when I'm gone, thinking about their father who wrote a book? Right? So that's something I did in my 41st year. In the 42nd year, in fact, within the 41st year, I started thinking about what next, what would be my next big thing. I realized I started thinking, what is it that I truly love doing? What is it that really gets me going? What fires my imagination and my happiness? And I thought what really excites me is working with people. What really excites me is helping people find these kind of breakthroughs in their lives. So I started certifying myself as a coach. I did my coaching certifications, and Natasha is here. Me and Natasha did that together with International Coaching Federation. Then I went ahead and did another coaching certification with Marshall Goldsmith, taking time out, investing a lot of money. And then in 2017, I remember, and I was talking to Natasha some time back, it was around the same time last year when I came up with this idea, and we were having a coffee one day, and I said, why don't we start doing some open houses? We got to do something like that, maybe not one-on-one coaching, but why don't we start working with a large set of people? That'll be really exciting, getting people together, getting ideas flowing, getting conversations, and really helping people along. And then in July, I read this fantastic book. Most of you would have heard it, would have heard about it. It's called The Secret. Everybody's heard about The Secret. Most of you, I could imagine. Right? The Secret is a very interesting book. It's written by a lady called Rhonda Byrne. Rhonda Byrne is, so Secret is all about the law of attraction, and we'll do a lot of law of attraction work today. I read that book, and that book completely shifted me again. It made me believe that whatever it is that I want to do in life, I can make it happen. There is nothing beyond my possibilities and capabilities. There is nothing. It's all within my mind. Whatever it is that I want to do, whatever it is that I want to make happen, I can make it happen. That book completely shifted my thought process. Then in September of 2017, I enrolled myself on a certification course that has been the driver of where I am today. That certification course was with a person called Jack Canfield. Most of you have seen the posters that I shared with you as I was trying to reach out to you, getting you enrolled for this workshop. Jack Canfield is America's #1 success and happiness coach. He is the founder of the Chicken Soup series. Everybody here has heard of the Chicken Soup series, the Chicken Soup for the Soul, Chicken Soup. Yeah. So Jack is the founder of the Chicken Soup series. He also wrote a very famous bestseller book called The Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And then Jack has been going all over the world for the last 40 years, training people on these success principles. Jack strongly believes that if you follow a particular structure in your life, if you bring law of attraction to work for you, if you put in the right amount of effort, if you continue to dream and believe and ask for help and feedback, you can make anything happen in your life. And then around 2010, Jack started creating this content where he felt that he wanted more trainers like him. He wanted more people who could go out and spread the message that he had been spreading. He was obviously getting a little bit older, and he thought he wanted to, continue his legacy. So he created this course that I enrolled myself for. So I'm now a certified trainer on Jack Canfield's Principles of Success, and that is what we